I love how in that intro the little bouncy faces that go by, you can sing this like I'm the like the happy smiley face. Like, what the hell?
I think mine's like, confused.
Like all right, welcome everyone to the Deconversion Stories update, the DSU after party of Helen Greene. Helen seems to be frozen.
Me.
I don't know what's going on there. You getting some sort of?
Bells.
Oh, there we go. There we go. Oh, that's right.
Bells.
It's me.
All right, I sent it to you, Neil.
Which one? Well, you did? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let me see if I can find it. Carry on amongst yourselves.
So
joining
us today is, of course, the guest of honor, Helen, and we're also joined by Sadie. Okay, let's do it this way.
I'm showing everybody my shirt. It's got
don't move around though, because it'll flicker. There you go. Nice. And then we got Canadian Ollieman. He's ready with the lighter.
Ollieman, also known as Gandalf.
Stephanie. And Dead City Jen. We're all here. Everybody who hit us up.
Oh, I can show off my shirt.
Evil feminist. What is it? That's what.
It makes me happy.
It is a good shirt.
It is a good shirt. I saw it on Only Human, and I was like, "Oh my god, I need that. Take my money."
You website just earned yourself $15.
Exactly.
I legit saw a long Furby shirt in a store in Chicago.
Good returns.
I legit saw one.
There's no escaping long Furby.
Oh no, not the Furby thing. Oh no, Furbies.
Ben has this whole thing with Furbies, and on his Twitch, and when I show up and they start talking about Furbies, I just tune out because I'm like, I don't understand.
Well, you haven't met Greg.
Then they start naming them. It's all bad.
Yeah, that's Ben's long Furby. Greg is quite something.
I think you guys should stop calling them long Furbies. They're called Dachshunds, a.k.a. wiener dogs. They're not.
Yeah.
Controversial take, but I think any Furby above 10 centimeters in length should be bred out of existence for being the inbred abomination it is.
Speaking
a
of
long
inbred,
Furby is not a long-lived Furby.
Speaking of abominations, how does everyone feel about the dire wolf, quote unquote, being brought back?
Love it. As a furry, I can say we've done it. We've accomplished the thing.
I haven't seen anything in detail on it yet, other than hearing something about it. Just in passing. So I don't know what it really is.
I'm a bit fearful of anything with
Mikey?
the word. I'm a bit fearful of anything with the word dire in it at this point in time. I can't take much more dire.
I don't need that in my life.
So the way they did it is they actually they analyzed. Hold on, before I misspeak here, they didn't really bring it back the same way they were thinking about bringing back woolly mammoths by using living cells of a woolly mammoth to try to get a hybrid with an elephant. They did a different process where I think they analyzed some of the key traits of direwolves and saw the deactivated genes in modern gray wolves and then reactivated those genes. But I'm not entirely sure. But I'm a nerd for all this stuff.
Here, I just watched a video on it. What they did is they took DNA from old, I guess, direwolf bones or something, and they sucked those out. They edited out the gene parts that made them direwolves, and then they added those genes to the new gray wolves, and
So they're
They
kind
changed
of not
regular
so
wolves to
dire
dire
wolves
wolves.
at this point. They're sort of
Well, they have
weird.
some of the genetic traits of dire wolves, and they will be bigger than your average gray wolf when they've become full size.
Well, I think they've already said that they're on track to
white
being
too.
20% larger than gray wolves, but it's not the
Yes.
full 25% that is the expected average of real dire wolves.
Right.
And where do I get
Interesting.
one as a puppy?
They
Why
have
the
two.
hell-
Yeah.
Nowhere yet. They're
Oh,
very
it's a
expensive
puppy.
to create.
Oh. Really?
Ah, look
There's
at the
only 3 in
puppy.
existence.
Oh, the puppy just ate my hand.
My dream dog is a Pomsky.
My
Also, they look
puppy's,
crazy. They have like
napping on the couch.
manes and stuff. They have like full on like they have like glorious hair. So yeah,
Worthy of John
I'm a
Snow.
So,
fan.
what would a dire dachshund look like? I would like to know about that.
A basset
Can we
hound.
do that? Oh, okay.
It would look like a 75-pound dachshund.
You are
there
correct.
used to be
Oh, yeah.
Just a boa constrictor, like an anaconda dog.
They're not true dire wolves. They have dire wolf traits
Okay.
because of the genes. So there you go.
So
They,
if
they
I-
apparently mimic their howl too, which is very much like.
How would we know?
I don't know.
I don't
I
know.
don't know.
I think they're studying its vocal box.
Yes,
Which they
yes.
definitely did not have of the dire wolf, so I don't
Well,
understand. like,
maybe it's the
They
bones.
do.
Mike,
They have
okay?
fossilized bones, or they
I
have
don't know. I
ancient
don't
bones.
science dire wolves.
I'm smelling a little fish here. You know
well,
what I'm
I
saying?
mean, the main thing
Why
they're
so
tracking
weak?
right now is
dire
the
fish?
really obvious stuff like
Yeah.
the manes that are growing like down
Ah,
the
yes.
neck, and also like the size difference. Like they're already like where they are in their stage of. I think they're only like 6 months old or something.
Oh, loud,
Holy shit.
loud
Oh,
keyboard.
oh, what is
That
Who's
was
loud
keyboard.
typing? Dave.
Lord have
Oh.
mercy.
Oh
Yeah,
my
and your
goodness.
mic's rubbing up against your chest or something too.
They're in the trees. They're in the tree. Oh, it's a keyboard.
It's the dire
Hey,
wolf
hey.
puppies. Are
Hey,
getting out of
my new
Also, fun
wife
fact.
is here.
Fun fact, y'all were talking about dire dachshunds. There actually were big dogs around the same time as dire wolves, but they looked more like your pit bulls and whatnot, called the bone crushing dogs, and they had their whole own like clade,
Whoa.
and they're pretty cool. So
So I think number one, like with the so they added dire wolf genes to a gray wolf.
Yes.
I don't know that makes a weird gray wolf third thing, right? Like I wouldn't say it's either one of them, but I would
Yeah.
say it's more gray wolf than anything else. Which is fine, I guess, but I mean, why are we doing this? Like this, it's just one of those things where I'm just like, guys,
It's an
stop.
experiment.
You know what I mean? Like,
It's
don't
a
do
gray
that.
area, Mikey. You know, it is definitely a
The
gray area.
thing, like with the wolves, I
The
was
gray
like,
wolf
listen, I'm
area.
like, the house is on fire, and you're rearranging the furniture right now. Okay, like, please, like, this is not what we should be focusing on.
Yeah, we got other shit to do right now.
We lost Dave.
Oh no!
Oh no.
Must have wanted to type something.
Yeah.
So the exact process they did
Nothing's
was
here.
they
Now, if you
analyzed. Oh,
He
sorry.
wants a link.
Matt Pig.
I'm at Pig.
Dire Dashund.
Tired.
The
guy.
process
Hey
they
Neil,
did was
were you able to get a link to Sabrina?
I know. Sabrina never sent me a message.
Oh, okay. I'll get one to her.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm pretty
guys are
sure
all on
Sabrina is only really does the what is it?
Discord.
Yeah, that's the word I'm looking
Yeah,
for.
she's on Mikey's least favorite social app. So
The notification app.
I know the
Just
notification.
mute all the
app, which is
notifications.
annoying.
What are
I
you, a
will agree.
boomer?
It's a terribly and fucking annoying thing.
Speaking of direwolves, I think Bree did a whole thing on direwolves.
Come here, show me your dive.
She did.
I love her new hair too. It's amazing. Following you on Blue Sky just now. Oh, well, for crying out loud.
Okay.
Are you beating up that dog?
Following me.
What?
Ollie, are you
The
beating
dog
up
was
the dog?
beating me up. He shoved his
Sabrina, if you're in
paws
the
right
chat,
my
I
throat.
just
He's trying to get your
sent
weed.
you the link on Discord. So
All right.
Math Pig is cool. I will vouch for Math Pig.
Oh, yeah, we know Math Pig.
Robbie's all right.
Who is this
Robbie's
meth pig?
okay.
I sent one
He
on
told
Blue.
me to
Blue Sky
vouch,
too.
so I did. Again, I'm a sub. Tell me to do something, I'm going to do it.
Before we get too far afield, does anybody have any questions for Helen concerning her deconversion?
Oh, okay. Without that last part,
There we go.
I have
Dave,
You can ask me
for
questions.
Helen, but nothing about her deconversion.
okay, well, let's see.
Helen, you said you were
Yes.
going to run a D&D game for us on Discord, like what, 4 years ago?
I know.
Never happened.
I know. I've been busy. with
That's
life.
that's not a question about deconversion, Ollie.
That's what I said.
No,
It's
he's
not about
shaming
deconversion.
me. Sorry, but I actually no. Well, to be fair, I did write a campaign based on the apocalypse, and I will, as soon as one of my games end, I'm going to run it online, and you can play, Ollie.
Okay.
So I will invite you.
How dare you not deliver on a 4-year promise, D&D?
I know.
I've never done
Yeah.
that. Wink,
What are
wink,
you,
Usher,
apolog-
don't look at that one.
She started
Well,
running the
listen,
game and then
it was
it
during
just
the
suddenly
plague
ended.
times. It was during the plague times. I had more
Yeah.
time.
No, I get
Yeah.
it completely. I have a whole setting that I've written up in a Google Docs, and I've not ran it. I probably won't for a while.
Hey, Sabrina.
Sabrina, hi, honey.
Hey,
Hello,
Sabrina.
Hi, sweetheart.
Yeah. Sorry about earlier. I'm kind of, believe it or not, I'm kind of social media illiterate.
Is that a Black Sabbath shirt?
No, it is not.
Okay, it looks like a Black Sabbath shirt.
It actually says, though it's a little, the lettering is starting to get worn out a little bit, but it's called Women or Werewolves. It's a it's a role playing game,
Oh, okay.
or sort of.
Okay.
I can't go into the details. It's really interesting. It is basically an exploration of non-binary identities, because the basic premise for the players, because it's like a multi-person role-playing game. Basic premise for the players is you're a member of a family or a clan where every full moon all the women turn into werewolves and all the men sort of stay home and like keep the fort down. But you, the players, are non-binary. So what does that mean for them? You're neither. So it's an exploration of like queer and non-binary identities.
Ah, okay.
There's
It's,
You
it-
eat
it's-
the
I'm gonna have to
werewolves.
check that out as an NB myself.
Yeah, it is a so it's like a card-based sort of like story creation game. So the players sort of decide for themselves, like, okay, what is the nature? How does their werewolf a bit work? What does it mean for binary trans folks? So you can have it such that you can have it such that story-wise, people change based on their sex assigned at birth, or you could have it that they change based on their gender. So again, what does it mean for someone who's non-binary? Is very interesting. I played it with one of my friends a while ago, and it was a fun little like introspection kind of character thing.
Watch the game.
I'd wanna
Yeah,
go
that's
adventure time.
everyone.
Tons, that may be a joke, but when I played with my friend, that was kind of our thing. Where he's like, "Yeah, the men just stay home and play the game, watch the game, while the women go out and howl on the moon."
There is always a game. Always. Every.
So
I'd
it
want to
says
go.
here-
I'd want to go the adventure time route with it and be a wolf instead of a werewolf. We're not
Hey,
werewolves.
I like
We're wolves.
Or it's
Creatures
puck-
consumed by existential philosophy and bloodlust.
I mean,
it says
it's
here.
basically the same thing.
If there's a Y wolf, then would there be
A
a
how
Wen
wolf?
Who, what, when, where, and why wolf.
A who wolf?
Okay,
Oh yeah,
just
is
wondering.
that? So yeah, but it says here in the Wikipedia, in mythology and literature, a were-woman or were-woman is a woman who has taken the form of an animal through the process of therianthropy. The use of the word were refers to the ability to shapeshift, but is taken literally a contradiction in terms, since in Old English the word were means man.
It just sounds like growing up as a furry in the 2000s watching Lion King.
Same thing.
Yeah.
I mean,
Same
I
thing.
just can't wait to be king. What can I say?
You
Oh.
know, it's just
And
interesting
Like if we don't
linguistically.
have
Anyway,
werewolves, we have nahuales. And they can be either male or female.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, there's also shapeshifters in there. But
Like
it's called
anthropy.
nahuales.
Therianthropy. That's a new one on me. I'm glad we had this talk.
Yeah, therianthropy is. I've learned of the term therianthropy because it's used in like Dungeons and Dragons and other sort of like fantasy role playing games to be a
So through
more
personal experience, in other words.
personal experience, so to speak.
There you go.
Real
Yeah,
life.
So you've got personal
it's more of a-
testimony to the therianthropy, right?
Yeah,
right there.
it's more of a catch-all term. Includes shapeshifting to things other than wolves, obviously.
So when did you give that up, or have you given it up?
I'm not telling in public. What are you talking
No.
about?
Well, this this is deconversion stories. I mean, after all, well, I used to be a werewoman, but
Yeah. Well,
There you
no,
go.
but we're not talking. But this isn't the place for that kind of story because that's a transition story.
Yeah. Or something.
Yeah, so that would be.
Does
this
it
is,
involve silver bullets?
This is
is the question.
Phoebe's wheelhouse. That's the word I'm looking for.
Oh,
Thanks. Welcome to the Silver Bullet Podcast, where we talk to were people and what they used to be.
like
Good
it.
thing I missed a zombie.
You know, that channel would have like 6,000 subscribers in a heartbeat right there.
Oh, easily.
You know?
You know, if there's a what wolf and a wen wolf, then there's a what bear and a wen bear too.
Well, do any of these things?
I like the idea
play
of a
baseball or
when
anything?
bear
It
just
could
being
be
like, you are
what's
destined
on
to meet a
first.
bear, you just
Jed.
don't know when.
Jed, you went right over the top of stuff.
Wait, hold on. What is this about bear destiny? Like, destined to be the bear, so like you're gonna grow more. And never mind, I'm not making jokes.
just so you guys know, tonight
Yep.
is a full moon, but it is a pink full moon tonight.
Oh,
It's shy.
Ooh.
It's
Also,
blush.
I'm so sorry.
Blushing a
Oh,
bit.
for sure.
Yeah.
Also,
Oh,
I'm so sorry, Steph, for talking over you. I'm lagging a bit on mobile, so I'm very sorry for.
That's okay. My Bluetooth lags too, so forgive
I
me
think
if
this
I
means
on.
no leg.
Speaking of full moons, Cosmic Kyle took this photograph of the blood moon, and
Yes.
I asked him to make a thing, so he did that. My camera is very confused. So
Because you have the green screen thing going.
I know. I'm
Too
sorry.
overcast here to
Oh,
see the moon.
Yeah, it is
Think
a
I'm
dark
always
and
being-
stormy night here in the great state of Maine, so I can't imagine it's a hell of a lot
It's really nice.
nicer any further east.
Florida.
Oh, I see. Werewolves are geographers, wolves are philosophers, wolves are journalists, and wolves are historians.
Okay.
Makes sense.
Yeah, but that should be WHERE.
Nope.
Werewolf.
This non sequitur says that moon is sexy as fuck.
It's for Women's
You
Month.
can see. There you go. Yeah, the shot, Nancy, that Kyle took for the blood moon was amazing. So crystal clear.
yeah.
It was really good. I use it as a background on my work phone now.
I think that's like a what's it called? It's like he took a bunch of pictures.
Yeah.
Like he took some bunch of time lapses.
Yes, and then they compile to one image that makes it so clear.
Compile. That's the word I couldn't think of.
Kyle.
The cum pile.
Gross.
Tons of mice. I took a photo of my third wife. You don't want to see it.
Does the compile come complete with gym socks, or is that different?
now
There's
there
so
are
much
images in
there.
my
You're just gonna
head.
have to
No.
wade through
Oh,
it with
no.
gloves. There might be a jar in there with a figurine.
Oh,
You
no.
don't even
Oh,
know.
no.
I found a potato one.
Yes.
So back
Why?
back to the goddamn dire wolf. Jesus.
Goddamn direwolves.
Go from
Ow,
direwolves to
direwolves
squats or
of
something. I
London.
mean, it's like whatever.
Ow, saw the queen walking with a Chinese menu in her hand. Sorry.
And his
Okay,
hair was
I just came
perfect.
back, looked at the chat, and
Don't do that.
see, yeah, that was
Don't do that.
that was my
That's-
mistake.
Yeah, that's a mistake.
Math pig.
What?
What?
What is the third What?
Yep. Math pig. What's that?
No,
What's that?
compile,
Math
not
Pig?
compile.
Oh,
How come that pig's not in here? I don't know.
And wouldn't that be a cumpuddle?
Stop. We don't want to
Ah!
be here.
Depends
We don't
on
want
what
to be
business
here.
it is.
No,
We
Yeah,
don't
no,
want to
no.
be here.
Oh no!
don't wanna
You're
be
making
here.
it bad.
No, we don't.
We're not
Let's
that
move
group.
on.
We're
Look,
not
okay,
that
let's talk about dire wolves. You know, there's dire wolf this, dire wolf that. What about my mild wolves? I just want a mild wolf. Everything's so dire anyway.
I mean, we have plenty of mild wolves. I would argue the gray wolves are probably the mild ones, like, or the mid ones, whatever. I don't know.
The red
Well,
ones.
the red ones are the
So
ones that are
mid.
scared easy.
I would
so.
argue that dogs are the mild ones.
Dogs aren't wolves
Mhm.
anymore.
Well,
They
they came from
basically are.
Just like you're not
breed.
a pine tree.
Phylogenetically speaking, we're all fish.
Or a banana.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
all
we're
fish.
cooking to a banana.
Oh God,
Jimmy's
not the
battered
banana
and
thing.
ready.
Not the
The
banana thing.
atheists nightmare.
Or a
Banana with a
strawberry.
eye.
Either. Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Ew,
You're not.
Nancy. Ew.
Oh, let's see. What's the name of the apologist? Why
Worse
am
than
I
a
blanking?
step
Ray
on a
Comfort.
leg.
Comfort? Yeah.
Can't Hovind. Can't Hovind.
Ray Comfort?
No, the
Oh, it's
banana.
Ray Comfort.
No, Ray
No,
Comfort
oh,
is the
Ray
banana
Comfort.
guy.
Are we talking about Ray
Is it Ray
Comfort's
Comfort?
Are we
I
talking about
don't
Ray
know.
Comfort's
It all
banana?
runs together.
Look, if you put a penny on a mountain in 1,000 years, it's not going to evolve into a soda can.
Oh, yeah, that's Ray
You're
Comfort.
right.
Yeah,
That
We're
guy.
talking
Got us
about-
there.
Checkmate, atheist.
Damn
You know
it.
what's
I
sad
guess
is-
Jesus is real.
Made atheist.
When I
didn't
voiced
think of that.
Revenant, I gave him my Ray Comfort voice too. So anytime I sound like Ray Comfort, I feel like I'm doing Not One Heroes now.
Yeah. Those were the days.
They still are,
were the
unfortunately. You'd
days.
think all this bullshit would have gone away long ago, but apparently.
I don't even know what that is.
Oh.
As long as there's money to be made in the church, it's always going to exist, and there's always going to be money to be made in the church.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So,
Hold on,
Mhm.
but that's assuming
Instead
that
of money in
there
the
is
banana
no money
stand,
at
it's
all.
money in the church.
If we go
There's
into a
always
path
money in the
of-
church.
If we finally, we're not going to, but if we ever get to the point where we actually become a moneyless society and we're more
Star Trek.
better than this, then
We're
the
in Star
church
Trek.
will no longer exist.
Star Trek.
Okay,
Star
sure,
Trek
absolutely.
can't exist anymore.
on their forehead.
We're not in the right timeline.
No, we're not.
Yeah.
We're in the darkest
The United
timeline
States
right
is on
now,
its
so we
way to
can't get there.
becoming a moneyless society since we're
I mean,
turning all of
Maybe-
our treasuries into Bitcoin. Which what the
Yes,
fuck?
Dave, we want to
Yes,
hear
what is
Actual
going on?
executive order, really?
I don't know what's going on, and I'm scared.
You
Yeah,
don't want to know.
This is
I'll
spam.
did rolled a 6. That's
It's
what's
Yeah.
going
probably
on.
still good.
Nice.
The Japanese would still eat it.
Oh, well.
Wow.
So expired in
Yeah,
2012.
November.
That is
2012. Wow. Wow.
fantastic investment. That thing is
The year of
appreciated
the
so
apocalypse.
much. You know?
The food of the apocalypse.
Still eat it.
Let me just put it on display, and one day it'll balloon out and explode.
you know
on-
what?
Canned
Maybe,
food.
maybe they weren't saying the year that we were gonna die. Maybe they were talking about the year printed on this can that would cause the apocalypse. Okay, like don't
Yeah.
open that can, Dave.
Whatever
Keep
you
it
do,
do it.
it's
We
Pandora's
can't have
box.
another.
Pandora spam.
I'm confused about this one.
Is the meat
I don't
inside it alive or is
know.
it dead? We won't know.
Schrodinger spam.
Schrodinger spam, exactly.
Do I want to know? I don't know if I want to know.
Put a penny on a mountain.
I'm not participating in this conversation.
Is that a silo full of spam,
I have
Dave?
standards.
No, that was our hydroelectric components we were unloading today.
Oh.
Hydro what? Who? Where? What?
For the Site C dam, we there was 5 or 8 stators for the hydroelectric dam that we unloaded today.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
They were 68,000 kilos each, I think it was 129,000 pounds each. Each one was on
I could
100.
pick that up with my bare hands right now.
Well, we did. I mean, obviously.
I just fucking lift it.
Yeah.
The truck had 5 extra axles on them, and they were over 100 feet long.
Jesus.
Yeah. Mikey over here, like, stand
Sounds
ready
large.
for my rifle, worm.
And then you just go, you like zoom in from like a crane shot. This is the movie in my head playing right now. You zoom in from a crane shot and I'm over there trying to pick it up. You just see my arms attached to it, bleeding stumps off of my shoulders like, oh God, oh God. It hurts.
Bench press this.
I hurt so much.
I so overestimated my capabilities for this Herculean task.
Notice how I didn't let go. Just my arms are just detached.
Have you seen that?
Are you proud of me now, Father?
No.
The Saturday Night Live skit where they do the drug Olympics and the guy's going to clean and jerk the 4,600 pounds. And this will be a world record.
So I have to mix my own medication, and this is how a scientist does it. I use a pipetter.
Is you got one at home?
Yeah. Because I have to do this like microdosing of something. So
Science, bitch.
What is it?
I had to take 50 milligrams of naltrexone and dilute it to make 1 milligram doses.
Oh.
What?
It's giving Breaking Bad.
Okay.
It's giving Breaking Bad.
I showed the setup to my doctor.
Mr. White.
She's like, where did you
pipetters at work all the time.
Amazon?
Let her cook.
Oh,
let her cook. Oh, I said let her cook.
I was gonna be like,
Chili pea.
That's naltrexone is something that can be compounded like into whatever.
It can be,
dose.
but she knows I'm a scientist and I'm just gonna do it myself.
Oh,
you know?
okay. So because you have the tools is why she just gave it to you like that. Okay, because it's cheaper that way.
I had to microdose, those transgender genetic mice.
Oh yeah, the transgender mice.
Transgender mice, yay!
I told y'all Trump couldn't read. I told y'all Trump can't read. Trump can't read, y'all. I told y'all.
Mouse. Why can't I have one?
We gotta put the tariffs on McDonald Island because if we don't, we all know folks are gonna smuggle our hamburgers out to the Hamburglar. McDonald Island is completely avoiding the tariffs, and we can't have that, folks. No, we cannot.
All the fucking penguin
memes
memes were
tears in his
hysterical.
eyes, big, strong, manly tears in his eyes, saying, "Donald, you gotta tax McDonald's Islands."
Dude, the fucking penguin memes with them like, what the fuck?
When I went
That was
to
my
the
one
hands-off
woman
protest
play.
last weekend, a bunch of people were carrying penguins. It was the best thing ever. I loved it.
I wasn't in the other show in the deconversion story, so I wanted to ask Helen, since you are now living there, were you ever scared of being in hell when you were deconverting?
Did Helen freeze?
No.
I don't think she could hear.
I'm
Did you
sorry,
not
what
hear
was the
that?
question?
No?
I'm sorry.
The fear of hell when you
Yes,
were deconverted.
Before you stopped.
No, actually,
doing-
I've never had, because like I was raised kind of Catholic light. So the whole hell, fire, and brimstone kind of thing wasn't really like pushed into my brain. You just couldn't be gay and you couldn't unalive yourself. As long as you weren't those two things, it'll be fine. I'm queer, so that was like a little bit, but it wasn't really something I thought was real. So when I kind of went through letting go of any sort of faith, I was just kind of like, that seems dumb. So I was kind of like,
You think?
I'm not afraid of
I disagree.
going there. Like,
I'm so jealous that you didn't have a fear of hell when deconverting, not gonna lie.
yeah, I
It's
did.
a big thing
I
for
know a lot of
people.
people do, because like the work I did with recovering from religion, I talked to a lot of people that have had that fear, and how it like fucked them up for a very long time. There's still calls from that the hotline gets, like people have been out of religion for like 20 years and they still have a fear of hell. Like it just plays in the back of their fucking brain all the time.
I think I had the opposite.
You know, Neil, I think you mentioned this on your show with Matt on the line, that this was one of the was one of the last things that so many people
It's
with all
very
the people.
common.
How many people have been on this show?
Oh, I don't
Over
know,
500.
600 something, pretty
Right.
close to
So
600.
it was like a super common thing for all of those people. It's like that was the last thing that they
I would
had
say
to overcome.
easily 70%.
That's wild.
Yep. Yeah. That was fun to do. That was a really good one, actually, with Matt on Wednesday, I think.
I'm sorry I didn't get more shitty callers for you guys to interact with. You guys had a pretty
Neil, you should have been on
friendly-
my TikTok on Tuesday. Where were you?
You guys had a pretty friendly,
Yelling at
Yeah,
her.
I
friendly
won't
group
have
of
TikTok with
people
you.
until like the last 3 or 4 that, suddenly the atheists got their gumption up and decided to call in and make idiots of themselves, which was fun.
Yeah.
Actually,
that was
I had
fun.
less of a fear of hell, and I think I actually, when I thought like, oh, okay, I'm not going to go to heaven. All my friends are going to be in hell, so I'd rather go there
Evil
anyways.
Dave.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm convinced, like, if there's all the cool people are going to be there, it's going to be like,
Yeah,
all my
now-
friends, and like Bowie and Prince and like Carl Sagan and Grace Jones. All the cool people are going to be there.
I would
So
like
I'm gonna
to-
go there.
Why would I
I'd like
want
to
to go
respond to that particular idea. So, while my fear of hell phase wasn't as strong as other people's, that was never something I saw as an upside because of how I was taught the nature of hell. Like what I think, like in conversationally, I was told is like, oh, people think like, oh yeah, you get to hang out with all these cool people in hell. But what I was taught as an idea of hell is it's complete isolation. Like you don't get to interact with anyone else. Like you're just
It's like
Sounds
torment,
great.
but also isolating. You don't get to
That's
hang
the
out
Jewish
with your
version.
friends.
That's the
I love
version I
that.
was also taught.
You get air
I was taught the
conditioning and
Southern
cable
Baptist
TV.
Surveillance God version of hell, where basically all of your sins are tallied and recorded like CCTV. And when not literally, they didn't tell me this, but in my kid head, this is what I thought.
Like a Matrix
And then
scene.
when I go to hell, like it's gonna be the furthest point from God. It will be the furthest point from anything. You're just going to be in the literal void, just recollecting every mistake and sin and bullshit that you've done that put you in this place for all of forever. And so that fucked me up a lot.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
it's I'm not. I don't have a Southern Baptist background. I have a Baptist background, and yeah, that kind of lines up.
By the way, Nancy, yes, that was Mikey's baby that you heard.
Yeah, she's crazy.
So the JWs
It's a
don't
baby.
have a hell. They just sort of have a.
Gonna raise no crazy baby.
stop existing.
JWs are interesting in a
That's
lot of
right,
ways.
Mark.
Mormons don't have a hell either.
That's
They
accurate.
also just
Yeah,
they have
They have
just
crazy.
sort of.
I know because I was one of them.
I was gonna say I disagree. Mormons do have a hell. It's the reality that exists with Mormons, and it is hell. I mean,
Well,
sorry, that was bad.
it's all sorts of various hells that
Mhm.
are all bullshit, but
Of course they are. I like all the hells they talk about on those that Big Trouble in Little China, when they keep mentioning all the different hells of the Chinese movie.
you know.
Honestly, if there's an afterlife, which I know there's not, but if there was an afterlife, I'd want to go to the Norse one. Just endless battle, beer, bratwurst, and
Oh,
crap.
yeah, that sounds
playing,
like fun.
I'm playing God of War Ragnarok right now, and I'm just like, I want this to be my afterlife. Like,
I'm going to
run around
ride
the night
Sleipnir
realms
into
and fighting
battle.
shit.
You know, I'm the opposite. That would actually be a genuine hell for me. Like constant conflict, constant fighting. I'm just
Constant
like
battle.
constant battle. Like
Yep.
as someone who's conflict averse, I'm just like, no, thank you.
Valid. I just have a lifetime of like anger that I really need to get out for all of eternity. So just put me in there with Tucker Carlson.
In other words, you're
1v1.
kind of an
Glorious.
angry ghost.
Wrenches
sort of
only.
guy.
That's it, Nancy. So Nancy said like they never had a fear for hell. We were taught the whole world would just burn up, and all the good people get to hang out with God. Wow.
But not the true chosen of God. So the Jews then, right? Because they're the chosen.
Yeah.
Okay, Tons, you make a good point. Tons makes a good point. You already live in Florida. Hell would be a step
Hell would be a
up.
step up.
That is so valid.
I mean,
Oh,
okay.
Ouch.
so-
Okay.
It's
Yeah.
not funny if it's true.
Listen,
Yeah.
listen. Us Floridians are doing the best we can. Okay.
I mean, I'm feeling really called out, but it's not inaccurate to my situation.
Oh, sweetheart. Oh,
Gosh.
I mean, I
would-
know I live in
big
hell.
virtual hug from my adopted daughter.
I think, Helen,
I
I
live in
think
hell
it's
with modern
really,
comfort.
really cool. I think it's really cool that like 2,000 people showed up in what, Sarasota?
This was in Port Charlotte, which is
okay, well,
Sarasota had
yeah.
more. Port Charlotte's like there's only about 5,000 people here, so it's
Right.
relatively smaller. So,
Oh.
but like 2,000 people showed up. It was pretty cool. So I was
That's
pretty happy.
awesome.
Nancy,
All
what
of
was
them
the
like
Gulf of
you know
America
mostly
you
because
speak
it's
of? I only know
mostly
of the Gulf
60
of
plus.
Mexico.
They were all like most of them were retirees. It was great. And
Yeah,
queer retirees,
and
which
that
is
is
also
that's
cool.
really, really key. Maybe there's a little bit of people waking up to the fact that this guy's going after them too.
A lot of them are worried about their Medicare and Social Security. No, that
Yep.
Well, duh.
That voted
duh.
So never mind. Hang on. Let me start. Come on, brain. Organize your thoughts better.
You can do it.
Okay. So Helen or Jen, did you guys go to Free Flow this year?
I did not go.
I just moved into the state like a month ago. Again, we'll move back to the state. So
Right.
No, this is when
Nancy was
I
there,
was
right?
kind of in between recovering from religion because I was going to go as a representative, so it didn't happen. So,
Oh, okay.
but I plan. I want to go next year's a cruise. I don't know if I'll be able to do the free flow cruise, but I would like to. We'll see how it goes over the next year, guys.
Speaking
There's
of
a country
conventions and
left.
cruises, Neil, have you bought your tickets to BajaCon yet?
I have not yet.
I was about to go buy them today.
Oh yeah. Oh, I got to talk to.
I'm trying to figure out what days I'm going to be in the hotel.
Well, that's easy. Just work around that the date that we're supposed to be there. But I got to talk to Jason because apparently I get a discount.
Oh, are you speaking this year? Or is it
No,
because you
but
just
I'm
have
a
present?
creator. So we'll probably
Yeah,
do
I got
something
invited,
there.
and I'm having a couple of the people on my show to talk about BajaCon, and they were like, "You can come and get a discount." And I was like, "Yeah, I can't leave the state right now because money." It's either like I can go to BajaCon or I can go to Back Cruise, and I chose Back Cruise and to go see my mother.
If you show up, Helen, I'll share this with you.
I know
I
you
will have this
will.
with
I
you.
know. I know. Listen,
How many
I'm
people get
going
stoned this
to go
year, Neil?
next year. I'm
Last
going to the
year.
American Atheist Conference. Jen, we
what's
can
that
go if we go to Free Flow together.
for sure.
Is it last year? How many
I'm
people
trapped in
get
this
stoned at
state for
BajaCon?
now.
Oh, like, I
Everybody.
don't know, like pretty much everyone. You knew where Ollie was all the time because you just had to follow the scent of weed.
I just have to follow the it's like a
Oh
dog.
my god.
Oh, there's Ollie.
Oh, I'm
no,
just
my
walking around
animation
with like
style.
4 or 5 ounces of busted up weed in my backpack and this pipe in my backpack and every break outside smoking pot.
Oh no, my
oh my
animation
God,
style changed. I'm now a 1950s cartoon floating to Ollie like a character sniffing a pie on a windowsill. Help me!
What, the little finger smoke thing? Come to the pie.
This
Since
way.
I am now gainfully employed and have income beyond Social Security,
Yay.
I might just make it to BajaCon this year.
Well, Miss
Take it,
Non
then you will
Sequitur,
get your smoke pipe.
BajaCon is
Well-
technically on the east side of Canada. It's in
Yeah.
Ontario.
I-
so it's
Yeah, it's about the same. It's about the same distance from me as
I'll be in the
Fort Wayne was.
I have
It's,
to
yeah,
fly.
roughly the
Yeah.
same. Roughly
Yeah.
the same distance.
I'll be in the 1,000-mile plus. So will you, Ollie? I think the over 1,000-mile club. So we'll get those little badges on our stickers.
Where is it, Ontario?
Nice.
Yeah,
Where's
Yeah,
it?
it's,
Sabrina, are you gonna go? Sabrina.
Sabrina
Sabrina?
frozen.
No.
I think Sabrina's
sure.
frozen.
Sabrina is in deep
you mean
thought.
that, Neil? You mean
Either
that,
deep
Yeah,
thought
yeah.
or frozen.
Oh, okay. You know what?
I don't really know what
Show off.
BajaCon is.
I don't know where mine is. It's probably. Oh, I do know where it is. What am I saying? I still have the whole BajaCon bag from last year sitting right here.
Nice.
You're a
Yeah,
bad.
I'm actually planning a longer vacation this time. I'm probably going to be in London.
Oh shit! Pack
on-
of smokes.
Okay.
Holy shit!
I'm probably going to be
Holy
in
shit.
London though on the Wednesday, Neil. Spend a couple of days in London beforehand. So,
Oh yeah, okay. Well, there's mine.
and
Well, I already had the
maybe a
1,000-mile
few
club too. That's right.
There you go.
I don't, like this is the thing. I only get 3 weeks of vacation a year, and I got to spread that out. Okay, so I got to figure
I'm
out
going
where
to
I'm going
Hawaii, so
Well,
I'm like,
this
what am I gonna
is
use my
the
vacation day for?
8th, 9th, and 10th of August, right? And if you show up a little bit early, I'll take you disc golfing too. Because there's disc golf course like
I
2 minutes
can't
away
because
from the hotel.
August is August. The second week in August, I'm going home to New Hampshire to
Oh.
visit my mom, and my brother's having a big party. And then 2 weeks later, I'll be in Austin for back cruise.
Party.
So,
Well, this is the first weekend.
so,
in
but
August.
I will I get, and then next year I want to go to the American Atheist Conference. Like I gotta go places. I need more disposable income and more free time.
You gotta go while you can, while the CDC is still working.
Yep.
now that
That's
I'm not
true.
working as a scientist, I actually make more money. Just saying, scientists don't make
My-
money.
No, but you're making all the money, Sadie, right? Like because
I'm not
you're-
working as a scientist though because there's no jobs,
Oh, that's right.
That's why I stopped being a welder. Not
and
gonna lie.
now I'm getting paid more than I did as a scientist working in a cafe. So
What?
That's
In a
insane.
cafe, really? That
yes,
is insane.
What's your
I made more at
what's
Starbucks than I did as a scientist.
That's
your
insane.
specialty?
Immunology.
I'm sorry,
What?
what?
Immunology.
Immunology. Okay, all right, sorry. I didn't hear
Immunology.
Not
the
you,
immune part.
Ollie. Be quiet.
Like the immune system.
Yeah, thank
So-
you. I know. I got that.
So wait, let me get this straight. It pays more to keep people from being thirsty than it does to keep people from being dead.
Yes.
I believe that's
Yes.
what you said. Yes.
That's always been the case. It's just the microcosm of capitalism right there. Like that
Our priorities are very screwed up.
What's
I
a
got a
priority?
tooth
I don't
last
understand
year.
priorities. These exist.
I don't understand those.
Canada.
Canada. Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
visiting mommy wins. Mommy turns 94 on Monday, and I gotta buy her some flowers. So I have to be a good daughter.
That's old.
Let's see. Where can I put this one? I'll just stick the sticker right over me. I don't know. I don't need to put that anywhere. Oh, I got an extra pack of smokes. Got to like that.
Man.
He's welding.
Are they
Just
from
watching
BajaCon, Neil?
Hollywood.
Yeah, the ones that I brought with me last year, so they're almost a year old. But they're sealed.
Ollie, if you ever play in a D&D game I run, I'm forcing you to be a alchemist with an herbalism kit.
Ah,
Good without gods.
I'm very proud of my D&D character and my alchemist that's into shrooms. All
Gods
the
are
shrooms.
imaginary.
I don't really see myself as an alchemist because I don't mix chemicals. I just use them.
You just smoke them.
I mix chemicals. I do that every day.
as do I, in a completely different context.
Yep.
Yes. Yeah.
We had a chemical spill on the dock the other day.
Oh,
That's
no.
not good.
Oh, so wait, were you mixing chemicals too? Not intentionally,
Yeah.
though?
I like separating the chemicals more. I made a hydrogen generator.
Oh, those are fun.
I consume chemicals. Does that count?
Yes, it does. Well, we all consume chemicals if you really.
Okay, great. Okay, then that counts.
You know, I've always been curious. Like, what is hot knives? Like, I see Ollie doing it right now.
Watching
But, like,
It's hash
two
oil
knives.
resin that is
Heat 'em
burned
up.
between.
Hold on, Jen.
Heat
Go
them
ahead,
up. You pick up a little nerd of hash or a piece of whatever shatter if you want, and you put it together, and you go, and you suck the
Okay.
smoke in as it burns from the hot knives.
okay.
Okay.
My question was answered in the middle of that explanation, which is basically what drug is being used. I wasn't able to articulate that properly, but actually, I appreciate the full explanation because now I understand how it works too.
Fun fact: I've made hash oil with both solvent and solventless. It's pretty easy to make at home if you have fresh weed. You just need butane and the
solventless,
courage
you
of a
said?
Floridian.
Yeah, that's oil though. This is not oil. This is actual hash.
And then there's finger hash, which is what you get when you are done picking all the buds off of a big giant batch of marijuana, and you pick all the buds. You get all the stuff on your finger, and you rub it off.
That's finger hash in there.
There you go, right there, finger hash.
That's a lot of keef.
It's basically
Exactly.
Yeah.
Basically keef, yeah.
It's a moon rock right there.
yes.
Oh
yes,
yep,
yes.
that there is a
Smoke that, you
that's a
will end
rifle.
up on the moon.
I can't do none of that anymore.
Some of the stuff that's in there at the bottom has been in there for like 4 years, 5 years. It just keeps
It's
piling up.
it's like a mother
Excellent now,
sauce.
right? It's
Oh,
been
he
that
just keeps adding
Aliens
on
are
top.
watching.
Yep.
Take me
That's
to
an
your
appropriate
leader.
minifigure because this whole weed
Yeah,
talk
so
is
is the
so
DEA.
alien to me.
That's the perfect.
No,
minifigure.
No, Neil, legit. I was about to say that, and then you put that figure on screen. And I'm just like, oh my.
That's because he can read your mind. Even his
Yeah.
ray gun is green like weed. So there you go.
Okay.
It feels appropriate. I'm gonna go get some more of the red wine blend that I'm drinking. I'll be right back.
All right.
Maybe I'll take some of my wife's wine.
Ooh,
Really
Would
treat
you be
myself.
Okay with that?
I have some Tito's.
I am the most annoying person in my wife's entire life right now. Of course, I'm not gonna ask her.
Oh come on!
Every husband is. Every husband is, Mikey.
I am
That's the way it goes. That's
the
way it
punish.
rolls.
I am the karma that her life in her life, like everything that she got away with. I am the answer. I am the rebuttal. I live to annoy the shit out of her. She's my favorite person, and I bother her as a
Yeah, her
full-time
favorite
job.
phrase
A little bit.
Her favorite phrase is, "Who is this guy anyway?"
keep your hot knives away from me. Says the herd.
A nerd of hash.
Oh, don't worry about the typos, Miss Non Sequitur. I fully understand. When you're on the phone, my big giant fucking meat hook hands,
Big man
can't speak
hands.
properly on a phone either.
I like
Yeah.
kicking my fingers too.
Kicking
What,
your
is kicking your
fingers.
Oh my
fingers
god, Ollie, I love that so fucking much.
kicking your fingers, I guess.
It's a buzz disc, right? So,
Listen, Sabrina, we don't dumb anybody's yum here, okay?
This is my boomstick.
Great movie.
sometimes I feel like this though.
Classic.
Yeah. Okay, guys.
you're
So I wonder if
vomiting?
you're-
I have to go. I am really
Oh,
tired today.
Hi, Alma.
Yeah,
Hi,
Bye.
Luca,
Bye,
I
Alma.
miss
Hey,
you.
Alma.
I really need to sleep.
Mwah.
Get
George,
some rest.
Ollie, are you
Thank
showing
you.
off your weapons?
Night night.
Okay, have a good day.
I wouldn't
Bye-bye.
call them weapons. They're more like toys.
Okay.
And those are wall hangers.
Hi,
Those
Alma.
have been thrown.
Giant penis hand. Oh, pianist hands.
He's not.
I thought you were reading. I thought you were reading.
I think you're thinking about a Star Wars character. I don't know.
What, the Wookiee?
No, the penis forehead guy, the guy with the 4 penises coming out of his head.
Oh, what?
Right?
I
He had
missed
4
that
long
guy.
eyeball
I
stalks
don't wanna
coming out of his
Right.
head, right? It looked like he had
Oh,
4
yeah, yeah.
coming out of his head.
I turned my head for
Okay.
5 seconds. What did I come back to?
Penis heads,
Penis
apparently.
face.
My
Penis head.
spouse
That's
asked
a
me
new
if we
superhero
could get
called Penis
chicken
Face.
nuggets, and I hear guy with 4 penises coming out of his forehead.
Yeah, dickheads. Yeah.
Am I having is this basket case 2? What's going on here, folks?
No, it's Star Wars.
Oh, okay.
Same thing.
Yep.
Giant penis hands. They're really great for some things. Attention. Helen.
Can you please pass the
Was
coffee?
that too far? Did I go too far?
hot.
I like this.
No, I won't go down. I won't go down this particular rabbit hole because it would be bad.
It would make fisting easier.
What size shirt does Mr. Famine wear? Oh, does Mrs. Famine wear? Illinois. What?
What?
No. You're not gonna. Don't troll my wife. She only thinks I'm funny. She doesn't like the rest of you.
I mean, valid, very valid.
She didn't say that. She seemed to be all right with me.
Wow.
She's a very smart woman.
She's nearsighted, Neil.
Oh, fair enough.
How do you think I've been around for so long?
Well, there's that.
Guess you could say she's Neil-sighted.
Ooh. No.
Oh.
That was off the post.
Actually, speaking about sight, I've got a really weird anecdote for everyone. So I just recently went to the optometrist, got a new prescription, and got some new glasses. And so I'm both nearsighted and I have astigmatism in my eyes.
Oh, you got the whole package.
Well, I mean, that's not that uncommon to have both of those.
I
But
suppose, yes.
the interesting thing is, so same optometrist I saw a few years ago, and my vision hasn't gotten much worse, but it got a little bit worse. But what was noted is in one eye, the nearsightedness got worse, the astigmatism stayed the exact same. In the other eye, the nearsightedness didn't change at all, but the astigmatism got worse. And it's just like,
I know it's weird. I have one eye that's nearsighted and one eye that's farsighted.
okay, you win.
What?
You win.
Well, doesn't that balance everything out and everything looks fine?
No,
Not even close.
Every,
Cross
Only
your
if
eyes
you close
first.
one eye.
and we think I have neurosarcoidosis, so like we thought it was MS because half of my left eye is blind, and the only reason why I could figure it out is because when you look in a microscope, your eyes work independently, and I couldn't see the center of the microscope, and I was like, I can't see. And the neurologist or the ophthalmologist, he's like, your eye vision is fine. I said, do the field test. So then he put these drops in to make my eyes where they couldn't compensate for each other, and it was like somebody took a black thing across half of this eye, and
Interesting.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So everything kind of looked like this a little bit.
yes.
Neil.
In one eye, yeah. One eye
Well,
normal and one eye.
But every
you
time I
have.
try to get glasses, like a
Stop giving
prescription,
everyone the
my
finger,
eyes
Neil.
fluctuate
Jesus.
so much because of the inflammation.
It was really weird because
My giant penis
when
fingers. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, apparently.
I've been
5 of
nearsighted
them.
since I was a child.
Dick hand.
And somewhere in my 40s, I went to the optometrist, and he's like, "You're going to need bifocals soon." And I'm like, "What are you talking about?" I said, "I've needed glasses all my life." And he's like, "You're not going to be able to read small print soon." And lo and behold, it happened. And I was like, "Fuck!" So
I need readers.
bifocals.
Yeah, that
I'd
happened
have
to
to
me
take
right
my
around the
glasses
age
off
of
to read the
48
small
or
print.
so. It's like all of a sudden,
It didn't
like,
happen to me until I was like 40, 41. So
Yeah.
I'm thankfully still okay for that.
Have you tried
It's
my
taking
annoying.
your
husband is
glasses?
54 and he doesn't need bifocals. Fuck him. I'm so
Have
bitter.
you tried taking your glasses off?
estrogen.
to
It's
read small
estrogen
print?
hormones change your vision.
Everyone's talking at once. Give each other a little bit more space, please.
My distance vision improved, over the course maybe of the last 8 years or so. Got back to kind of where it was when I was young, but my close-up vision, I can't thread a sewing machine needle without readers any longer. I mean, I can, but it takes a lot longer. It's annoying.
Yeah. With my glasses on, I can't read anything that's this close. I need bifocals. But if I take my glasses off, I can read just fine at that range.
Interesting.
So
I
is
need
everyone
readers.
here nearsighted or some level of nearsighted?
Yeah.
Am I the only
If
one
that's the one
who's
where you
just
can't see
farsighted?
things far away, yes.
Yes.
Damn, I'm just.
thought it was the other way around.
I'm the only farsighted
Why
one.
would it be the other way around?
I mean, my understanding is that pure farsightedness is significantly rarer than nearsightedness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have one eye that's pretty bad with distance, and then the other that's basically okay. I could wear a monocle if I wanted to, but I have to pull that trigger. But with this beautiful craft beer brewery like handlebar twisty up mustache I have, might as well just pull the trigger at this point.
Yeah, I
Just confuse
as
everyone
soon as you
with my
said you
gender.
could wear a monocle. After that, I wasn't listening to you because the answer to that question is always yes.
Right.
That's okay. You can
Like
confuse
if you
everyone.
can justify a monocle or justify like because they I have seen, they're not very common, but I have seen like actual like monolens glasses where it is a frame to have a lens only over one eye. Like that would be really cool. I
What
don't
if you
know.
drop
I
it?
think
I gotta
you should
wear
pull that
these now.
bullet.
Reader glasses when I
Yeah.
have to
Yeah.
like
That's what I'm
play shit
talking
like
about.
Yu-Gi-Oh.
Eaters.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. You know, I cannot thread a sewing machine without readers. Can't do
We
it.
did.
I'm gonna turn myself into someone you would find as a stock photo in anthropology. I'm gonna have a pink mustache.
Neil and
Blue
Grandma.
Oh my
beard.
god, pink mustache and beard? Okay.
Hey, holy shit! I can see better.
Oh, again.
That's great.
It's Neil and Grandma
Of course you
mode.
can. You put
Hey,
your
what?
glasses on, damn it.
Looks like Chuck
Hold on.
Schumer.
Wait, what?
Neil's
No.
squat was great.
Chuck
Deep
Schumer
cut.
with a big mop on his head.
Neil doesn't look like Chuck Schumer. You can
Oh,
see that Neil's
Jesus,
spine
Neil.
works.
No shame in needing
Yeah.
a cane, Neil. No shame.
I
in that.
used a cane for over a year. No shame.
I only need this when my back goes out. So that's why I have it. So.
Oh, maybe his
Yes.
spine doesn't work like Chuck Schumer's.
And no one at bingo is going to bug you about those glasses.
God, dude. Fuck you.
It's Jim, buddy. It's Jim.
Yeah, that was
That was the most
pretty
odd.
good.
Hold on. Tons said
I
something.
have to get some more
I
trolls.
can't believe we've been talking about eyes for 5 minutes and Neil hasn't told the eyeball
Oh,
story.
God.
Fair enough.
Is that-
Yeah, well,
Can I get a
eyeball
vote
story.
on my... on
Now we
the
got to hear the
topic in
eyeball
room?
story.
I feel
Oh,
like
that
I've heard this
Lord.
before, but I want to hear it again.
Yeah,
and
what?
that's really cool, Ollie.
wow, Ollie,
That
that's
is
a
really cool.
That's a cool thing. That's
You're
really
gonna use
cool.
that at disc golf too?
I wish I could. It turned out to be really good. Thank you, Mikey, for finding that idea with the soap.
Oh, Miss Non Sequitur. That was
It
clever,
came out
actually.
sick, dude.
It
Didn't
did.
think about doing
The
that.
Lego Neil the 604 minifigure has a cane. Well, I wore him like this because it reminds me of my old boss. He would wear it, and then when he come and talk to you, he'd go, so you know, and I'd be like, whoa, I guess I'm in
Oh,
trouble because
nice.
you only do this when people are in trouble. So anyway, the
People
eyeball.
are demanding the eyeball story. Well, Miss Non Sequitur is demanding the eyeball story.
Back in the 90s, when I used to be a bouncer at a club, I lived in a town that had lots of, shall we say, fishermen. It was a little.
What do you
little
mean,
mini-
shall we
mini
say?
port town.
What do you mean by that? That's such a weird way to introduce those characters. Anyway,
Well,
go on. I'm sorry for
Oh, let him go. Come on.
One of them got really drunk, and I booted him out. And I said, "Listen,
A
you gotta
drunk
go." And I
fisherman.
dragged him
Jeez,
outside.
never
Yeah,
heard of that.
yeah. And my buddy, you know, it's funny, and I keep forgetting to mention this every time I tell a story. But what the other doorman that I work with, it's like, let's hope he doesn't go grab a can of spinach and kick your ass. But anyways, he was so drunk, and he went to his truck and got something. And he came back towards me, and he held out this it's a fishing bat. It's basically a small sized baseball bat that has a hook on the end. So when you catch, you can bet the fish pull it in. So he came at me with a bat with
Oh,
a
the
hook. He
gaff,
was-
Neil. It's
Gaff,
called the
yes,
gaff.
thank you.
No problem.
So he starts to pull this thing up, and I learned a trick in some martial arts that I took back in the day, and just jam your thumb right here, and the eyeball pops out. And all you need is a little cup of tepid water. You put the eyeball in the water, and lucky for this guy, but first I'll say, when you're staring at your opponent with one eye and the ground with the other eye, the fight's over because you have no idea. You're completely unoriented.
Okay.
So he's good. It's all hanging out there, and optic nerve's pretty long, so it hangs out for like a foot, give or take. And he put it in the cup, tepid water. And lucky for him, there were paramedics at the grocery store. We have a grocery store chain here called Overweighty, and he was over. They were there, and I waved, and they're like, "Oh shit, what's going on?" And they came over, and they went, "Oh fucking!" They look at me and go, "You did that?" And I'm like, "Yeah, it's a little trick I learned." She goes, "Wow, he's going to really hate you tomorrow." Well, he didn't even remember the next day when he just was in the hospital with a black eye, and his eyeball got put back in, right? So
Yeah.
he goes, "Did
Oh
I
my
get out of
God.
I'm
drag?"
going to launch into a story
That's
of
insane.
caviar there for a second there. It's like eyes and fish and, the supermarket.
So that's what happened.
Yeah.
Basically, that's the eyeball
Yeah,
spray.
right.
And I tried it a second time, didn't quite work, but he ended up cutting the shit out of the inside of his nose bridge, and he was in pain anyway. So the fight was over there.
Yeah.
Dave, did you just take a sip of Fireball in the silly straw?
Now,
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Look at that.
Why not?
It's here to party.
There.
Why not?
That is
It is my
that's
party.
an interesting rig.
Is this an
That
after
is
party or
very,
is
very
this an
interesting
after?
rig.
Is this an after party or what? Like what? No silly straws? No Fireball? What are we talking about here?
Winnie the
I
Pooh.
I have a
silly
silly straw.
It's a Winnie the Pooh silly straw. Even
I
better.
used to, my first tattoo was Winnie the Pooh. It's covered up now, but that was my first tattoo when I was 19.
Why'd you
I
have a-
love
thumb.
Xi Jinping style bendy straws. They're my favorite.
Do you regret debating that story? I bet you do.
Nah.
Nah.
I like
Well,
that.
that's the annual eyeball story from Dad again. Thank you, Dad, for
Yep,
telling the
that's
story
right.
exactly the way.
It's been a while.
I'm not gonna have
Yeah.
nightmares. Thank you
Wait,
for
sorry.
that.
Wait, what?
Is Neil dad? Is Neil dad now?
Yes,
Start
yes.
calling him
Jen,
Daddy.
Jen
Yes,
Ernest
Neil
is
has
my
always
adopted
been-
daughter.
Yes.
Yeah.
Don't read into it.
Yeah. Don't make it
I
weird.
see the
Yeah,
smirk on
yeah, I'm
your
not
face.
Woody Allen,
I
okay?
want to make it weird, but at the same time, I'm like,
No.
eh.
You can't make it
Oh,
any
man.
weirder than I've already made it weird myself.
Oh, you try it,
so-
Sabrina. My hand is over the eject button right now.
I know, which is why I'm like not pushing it. I can feel the boots standing right behind me right now, just looming, ready to kick me out.
This one right here.
Yep, that's the one.
Yep.
It's that shepherd hook from the Gong Show coming across.
Yeah. Although I hate bending down to put my shoes on now, so first of all I buy slip-ons, and second of all I've got an extendable shoehorn. So there you go.
Excellent. Excellent.
Listen, Miss Non Sequitur, I'm here. You can make it weird. I give you permission to make it weird. Like-
Neil's got
Well,
good
thank
taste.
you.
I agree.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And yes, it's all still there. I don't wear this because I've got a skullet, as they call it. I wear this to
Oh,
keep the
he's
shit out of my face.
Nope, I've got
He's
a
gonna
big
show it
forehead
off
here,
now.
so, but I'm not as ashamed of it as I used to be.
My husband wears bandanas a lot because he's bald and it's his do-rag to absorb the sweat because he no longer
Yeah,
has hair.
yeah.
Yep.
Well, here, I'll show you.
Here we go.
Okay, he can't hear us now.
No.
Hairstyles and attitudes. Here we
Oh
go.
wow. Okay.
Look.
Go.
Ooh, shiny.
See, Neil's
flush.
Jesus Neil now, right?
Saru Neil.
Oh, Jesus Neil.
Big Lebowski.
There you go.
Gandalf.
Gandalf.
So been on any crosses lately or what?
You shall
Really?
not pass.
I was gonna say,
There
I'm
we
like,
go.
you're like the metal Gandalf.
That's good.
You're like the other guy. What's the other guy's name?
With that cane. No, it's like it's more like
Saruman. Saruman.
you shall not pass on the left. Like
It reminds me of the meme where it's like Saruman the stupid, Saruman the dirty, Saruman the dumb, Saruman the stinky.
yeah.
All right.
Have
Then.
you
I've seen
seen orcs talking in normal voices?
Nope.
I have
No.
not.
If you have to go look it up on YouTube, it is It will bring you joy. I'm just trying to bring some joy to y'all. Just orcs speaking in normal voices. I'm telling everybody, go look it up. It'll make you happy if you are a Lord of the Rings fan.
I think I will definitely do that because that
it will
sounds
make you
like
so happy.
a lot of fun.
That just reminds me of the original Warcraft when you used to click on your orc peon. Okay, right away.
Job's done.
Hey,
If
stop
Jerry
poking
Garcia
me.
played metal. Well, I have
Poke,
a
poke.
Am I
Is that
supposed
all
to
you
sit with the
do?
Urukai or am I supposed to sit with the super Urukai? Oh, it's so hard to decide.
Oh,
Ugh,
bother.
this is why I wear a bandana.
Yeah.
My hair
So
tickles my face.
you were the guy
It's very
that
shiny.
you were the guy that Gimli confused with Gandalf at the time in the Entwood.
Oh yes.
Yeah, it wasn't either
Yeah.
it wasn't either Saruman or Gandalf. It was Neil.
Or speaking
Nah.
in normal voice. Congress.
Okay, yeah, I'm seeing
Meat's
it.
back on the menu, dude.
Nice.
Jesus Christ! God damn it! Mikey just slipped that joke.
Thank you. Unnoticed.
There we go.
What?
I noticed.
What I missed?
I missed
I
it,
know.
unfortunately.
Yeah, it was very, very, very good. Very good.
Went over my head.
Yep.
I said meat's back on the menu, dude.
Yep.
Oh,
So do
You
You know
orcs
what's
have
sad is I
restaurants?
could imagine a Republican senator from
I want to
Florida
know.
saying that.
I want to know. I want to know if the orcs have restaurants. Because if you have menus, that means you have a restaurant.
Okay. Orcs could
Why do you
have
know what
restaurants.
menus are, man? Why do orcs know what menus are? I have questions.
There's half
Well, I
their
mean,
cities in
surely-
the Forgotten Realms.
I would like to address something in the chat. Tons of mice. You made a comment, orcs speaking in normal voices equal to Congress. And
Yep.
I would say that is highly disrespectful and unfair. I
To
know
the orc?
plenty of very kind and nice orcs. To liken them to Congress is incredibly disrespectful.
Just not
I will
right.
say this: you've
Too
never
proud of
seen
a breast there.
You've never seen an orc commit insider trading like Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Oh my god, dude.
And how come Martha
No.
Stewart went to jail for that, but she doesn't?
How about the fucking president bragging about it?
It
Right?
was a different time. It really
Yeah,
was.
true.
It was a
This is the
different
worst-
time.
like,
Neil,
guys,
you
like,
know,
I hate
Yeah.
this
when
timeline.
people actually
America
did
didn't have
care
a dictator.
about people doing shit like that, and now nobody cares because everybody.
I'm just saying,
It's like,
where's all the right wing conspiracy theorists that
I'm
have
saying,
for
where's the
years
QAnon people?
been signal boosting this shit, and now that it's like blatant, they're like, oh no,
all the
it's
QAnon
benefiting my
people
side.
are
I'm just
buying
gonna snooze."
Bitcoin just like they've always been doing, and
Because
now it's
QAnon
just
was never
you know,
actually
a
about
thing.
making the government accountable. QAnon is always about my side isn't the one that's winning. I want my side to win. QAnon can
Yeah,
go fuck
QAnon has been
themselves.
like really letting us down lately.
I think they kind of disbanded when Trump did not bring the Democrat evil adrenochrome drinkers to justice. So that didn't happen.
They
let's wake
they
'em
held
up,
out for a
people.
pretty
Elon-
long time after that failure. Air quotes failure.
Let's
I'm
wake
sorry, what?
Q up again, people. Elon is trying to steal the presidency from Donald Trump, and we need to stop Elon Musk. Come on, QAnon. You stop the steal, guys. Just march into SpaceX in Melbourne,
Well, let's
Florida.
see. We can keep the focus on the Tolkien thread and go with Peter Thiel and Palantir. It's like, hey, listen.
I fucking
take
hate
that
that
guy's-
man.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not gonna get on a rant. I'm gonna
You can
just
go into
sit
a
here,
rant.
drink
Rant,
my
do your
wine.
rant. We want to hear
Rant.
rant.
Rant, rant, rant.
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 I love how we're all just needling you to go on a rant now.
We're not going to stop doing this. You should just save yourself some time and just start the rant.
Go
now.
on a tear, Helen.
I'm
Let's do
just so
it.
fucking pissed off because, like, why are we having people that believe in AI eugenics, like, run the fucking government? Like, what the fuck is going on? And I'm so angry about it. Like, I'm just like, I can't, because I'm like, why? Why? And then nobody's being held accountable, and Nazis are free to say whatever the fuck they want, and there's no consequences for that either. And I hate it here. I hate it here so fucking much, so much. And women are dying because they can't get access to healthcare, and people are being imported to El Salvadorian prisons. And even the court says, like, hey, you weren't allowed to do that. Are they going to go get him? Probably fucking not. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So mad. I hate it.
Give in to the hatred.
What did they
Continue.
pass today?
Good,
What did
good.
Congress pass today?
Good.
Some rule about the federal judges not being able to make the executive branch do shit.
Isn't that literally the judicial branch?
I didn't
That's what they're
see
supposed-
that one.
Yeah.
Molly,
You weren't supposed to be above the law,
I got to be honest
motherfucker.
with you. I got it from my mother while I was over there for dinner tonight. So maybe it's not reliable, and I haven't had a chance to go look yet for it myself.
What's currently happening is federal judges are like, you can't do that, and the Trump administration is like, stop me. So
Pretty much, yeah.
that's exactly what it's currently being fought in the court system, which doesn't really make sense because he's shown that he can just ignore the court system anyways. So
Yeah, Jen. It was like I think I said this last week in the after show. It's like the only thing that's gonna, Trump has proven through his entire life that he doesn't give a fuck about the rule of law, and he's not going to start now. It's all going to, and the rule of law is dependent, just like economics is dependent on people following a certain set of norms. And Trump's thrown every set of norms completely out the window, and he's just going to do exactly what he's going to do until somebody stops him. That's the way it works.
Who's going to stop him?
I mean, what?
Exactly. That's the question. Who's going to stop him and how? And so if we're going to be serious about going up against fascism, we need to think in those terms.
we need to
You
resurrect.
can't expect a man to back down because he's
No.
lawless.
He's not going to start following the rules now. No.
The problem
he's-
is right
he's
now
a
everyone seems to want to.
78-year-old power-hungry, malignant narcissist that
He
is
doesn't think
also
he's going
very
to die.
stupid.
Yeah. Just
What are you going to say, Dave?
The problem appears to be, from up here in Canada, that right now everyone seems to be willing to call out fascism, but they don't seem to be able to enact any consequences against it. So it's
That's
not
right.
going to stop until that happens.
Yeah, we don't just yell at Nazis; we punch
Yeah.
Nazis. That's what's supposed to happen.
Right.
If that's a fair analogy of what you just said, I'm not sure.
yeah, nobody likes this stuff.
Everyone's doing. Hold on, real quick, stuff. Everyone's doing a good job couching their language. Let's just keep it that way. Don't get too frivolous because we're in different times. If everyone catches my drift.
That's right.
But you guys have been doing good so far.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I thought I was towing the line there, so I wasn't sure. I'm like, did I fuck up?
No, I'm saying everyone is towing the line. Good job. Don't go past where we're at.
We're not gonna be doing any Fed posting on this stream,
Right?
For sure. I mean, it's just
how
stupid.
they
that's just stupid. We can't be doing that.
No,
you know how they brought back
I
the
think
dire
that-
wolves at the
Meet in person
that
without
we're
your
talking
phone.
about at the beginning of this. We need to use that de-extinction technology to bring back an American hero to fix today's times. I volunteer.
Superman.
Charles Julius Guiteau, for example, resurrect him. He could probably solve this in an afternoon. That's a real niche joke for anyone who doesn't know anything about James A. Garfield.
I got a question. Like, would a clone of a previous president qualify as having previously run?
Charles wasn't a
How
president.
old are they?
He killed Garfield.
Why would that matter?
You got to be 40.
Oh yeah, they'd be old. The clone has to be 40.
Yeah. You're gonna
Yeah,
run
but-
into a Camino. You're gonna
We
run
have
into a
40
Camino
years.
problem.
Do we have 40
Yeah.
years?
Yeah.
Well, how old is
Clones,
Louise?
not the original.
So we would have
Wait, you
needed to
actually
work on this clone
that's actually
40
that you
years
have
ago.
to be at least 40 to be president.
Oh well, here's
Yeah.
good
I thought
news.
it was 35.
Oh yeah,
Charles
35.
Guiteau
It's 35.
died
How old
at
is
the age of
AOC?
40.
Convenient.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah, you gotta be
35, 40
to be
Canadian.
president. You gotta
Yep.
be. You got.
Well,
Alexandria
explain the joke,
Ocasio-Cortez is 35.
Very good.
To explain the joke, I should have gone with Lee Harvey Oswald
you
instead
go.
of James Charles J. Guiteau.
I would have gotten that reference.
Let's don't go.
But notice how I said we were doing good staying away from that. That's literally what I meant.
yeah.
That's why I let it go, and then you're like, "Let me explain it," and I'm like,
No,
"Jesus
yeah,
fucking
it's
Christ!"
like, no, let's not go there.
Mikey, you were so good, like moderating, and then Jen was like, "I got
like
this
to
ball.
run
I'm
it.
gonna run with it
Or he's
now."
like,
I deferred it to the ground.
Jen's like, "You know what, guys? We were doing good." Kicks over the whole tower of blocks.
Jenga.
This was going well. You're right.
I'm sorry, my rant.
Now
like,
it's a
you know,
now it's a
like,
I gotta-
I'm
No,
feeling how I'm feeling.
fuck all.
I got a Jenga question.
Oh,
Is
shit.
it
Here we go.
like
A gender
in giant Jenga? In giant
Jenga.
Jenga, is it legal to use a foreign instrument to hit the brick?
Are you kidding me? No.
I thought you said you had
No,
a
that-
gender
no,
question.
of course
I
not.
was
No,
like,
no, giant
That would be
Jenga.
cheating.
Jenga.
That would be. Is it
It's just-
is
it's
it
just
allowed
a-
to cheat? No, you're not allowed
Well,
to cheat. If that's what you're
well,
asking.
Well, last time we played it, we were all doing it. We basically had a hammer and we were smacking the bricks with a hammer to send them flying out the other side.
my friends
I-
have
They're all
a,
some cheaters.
my friends have
Doesn't
one,
seem
you know,
right.
like those blocks you remember from like elementary school, like we kindergarten, those really big blocks. Like my friends made a whole Jenga set out of that, and I had to sign it as their at their wedding. We signed our names on it as participants in the wedding. It was a very smart idea. And then we go over there and play Jenga.
I want those. They got this great big fucking teeter game now with giant Tetris pieces that you put in.
What?
Like this.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Those
I
that
have
looks like
Jenga
a
on a
fucking
bridge.
blast.
I have Jenga on a bridge. It's on a swinging bridge.
Oh my god, are you kidding?
That's horrifying.
That is hard. That is really hard.
Horrifying.
First book pulls out. Ah, well, that's it. I lost.
Speaking of Jenga, there's actually a number. So I'm big into role-playing games or tabletop RPGs. There's a number of tabletop RPGs that rather than dice or other things to determine events, you have a Jenga tower in the middle of the board, and whenever you're taking a difficult a tense action, you have to move one of the pieces. And so if your action causes the tower to fall, then that's when your character dies. Depending on the game, of course, which version of the game. Yes, Ollie?
You could make that even harder by color coding your pieces and saying you got to move a red one for super hard ones. And when you're
Jenga
building
Twister?
your tower, you make sure the red ones are in hard spots, like outside spots and stuff.
Ooh, that would be an
Just
interesting way
saying.
to add.
Just saying.
Now, it's an interesting way to add mechanical depth, but one of the points
Yeah.
of these games is to be fairly accessible. So
Ollie's evil.
that would be an extra amount of work rather than just grabbing a Jenga tower that you own off the shelf, kind of thing. But it's still a very neat idea. I like it. I like it a lot.
Okay, hear me out. You mix
Here we go.
Jenga with Operation, and
Okay.
when you fail, you get zapped instead of the buzzer.
So there's a taser involved as well.
Yes.
I could become
God.
addicted to that.
Feel the game's over.
Do it again. Do it again.
I feel like we're getting into William Osmond territory with that one.
If a disc golf plate hits the tower and knocks a piece out, is that a legal move?
Or if the disc
a what
golf,
now?
if the disc golf disc
Tons,
hits
by
the
way.
tower and knocks a piece out, is that a legal move?
Yes, if you
If
could
it's
pull
all these
that
games-
off.
Yes.
If I use my friend,
knock a piece out with a disc, you win. I give up.
I will bow to
Taking
you.
the tower out.
Let's see what happens.
Another Jenga question: if a
It
redhead
takes
touches
up the
the
middle
piece,
piece.
and the tower falls, is that disqualifying?
If a redhead touches a piece of the
That's loud.
what?
What is that
Sorry.
What in the Jesus,
Maybe an
Shady,
alarm.
what was that?
Yeah, some sort of alarm.
Someone
in the
mentioned
background
redhead.
off
The alarm went off.
Well,
It's
Red
not
alert.
that alarm.
Red alert. Red
Definitely
alert.
not me this time.
Y'all know Chicago fire trucks are the loudest mother effers
okay.
in the country.
So it's not a redhead
Chicago and
alarm.
fire truck. I get it now.
we didn't hear it through Mikey's mic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Mikey's in Gary, Indiana,
It's
right?
probably not where I
How
live.
dare you?
He's out.
Wait,
How
what?
I live in
dare
the
you?
burbs. I live in the south side.
Unbelievable.
I live in southern Canada. Actually, all
Southern
Canadians pretty much
Canada.
live in southern
That's
Canada.
right.
Yeah, I mean, there's
90%
a
of
few who
Canadians
live
live
in the
in
north.
southern
Those are the
Canada.
cool ones.
Yes,
Ugh.
those are the ones that laugh at us.
Conventional fuck. No.
Chicago is they don't
Why
play
did I
when it comes to sirens.
Was
Was that a siren or a delivery van?
It was I think it was a cop actually.
Lord have
That
mercy.
was
Like,
just a horn.
The fire trucks have very distinct sounds, and that was not a fire truck.
That's good. It's good that you interrupted us because we were well on our way to Jenga Pult.
Jacob Pulse.
Oh, one last thing about the Jenga. Okay, imagine using Jenga
All the
instead of
Jenga.
dice for
Oh.
campaign for North Africa. The one that takes like 18,000 hours to play,
Oh.
but instead of dice, everything has to be Jenga.
That sounds
Everything Jenga.
amazing and horrifying.
That's interesting.
Instead the floor is lava, everything's Jenga.
Oh no.
Everything's Jenga.
You're like one of those stupid levels on Mario where everything just falls as soon as you take a step on it. Like, God damn it! Where am I supposed to go? I need a break.
You want to make Jenga really hard, you got to use a slingshot from 10 paces.
No, man, you got to make the blocks out of ice.
Oh,
Ice and salt, so it hurts every time you pick one piece.
You're sadistic.
No, because when you knock the big
I mean,
block out,
how
a
long
giant
have
ice
you known
block,
Mikey?
you get to put it in your drink.
Yeah,
Hurry up,
but
it's my turn.
In a really big glass, but you know.
Oh, yeah, just you got to catch it in your cup.
It's really hard to get the ice in this tiny little hole.
just
Yeah.
put the bottle in
That's
the
what she
freezer.
says.
That's what I was gonna say. That's what. Never mind.
So is the price of Fireball going up in Canada now?
Do we even sell it up here anymore? They took
It's
all
not
the
for
American
sale.
booze off
Yeah.
the shelf.
No.
Off the shelf.
Ah.
Where'd you get
Oh,
it?
they
American.
do that in BC. Like,
Probably
I
have it
had this
nationwide.
year
Got some
where
here.
our
Nationwide.
premier sort of said
It's
like,
nationwide.
"Hey, all American
Okay.
made alcohol is off the shelves." So that's also
Nice.
in BC.
Oh yeah.
My friend is a wine
Pretty much
consultant. My
Canada-wide.
roommate's a wine
Maybe
consultant.
Alberta.
Yeah, maybe Alberta didn't do it, but
My roommate is a wine consultant at a liquor store. And guess what? French wines are down. There's not available French wines.
I wonder why.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah,
Well,
I
also
noticed that
that's-
today. I
it-
went.
it-
I
this
went. I
affects,
went.
like American wineries too, because a lot of American wineries import from other countries their wine. They just put like a California or name on it. But they technically own it, and it's just like this also affects the wine industry. It's like, well, we're gonna just take all. I'm like, you don't understand
Yeah.
how global economics work, man.
Literally
Well,
doesn't
they don't
understand.
understand. They don't understand what the word reciprocal means.
I know.
Absolutely not.
Understand that at all.
Loser shit.
Reciprocal is a beautiful word, a strong word. I'm hearing that people are reciprocating all over the world.
Ew.
Except for
Don't
us.
do that in public. So here's the thing: we
Gotta
can
have a
easily
license.
simplify our explanations rather than saying, "Oh, they don't understand this, they don't understand that." They don't understand. Full stop.
yeah, full stop.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, that's all you
Fair
need.
Uh-huh.
enough.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, kiddos, I gotta pull the plug.
All right.
You're not going
really
to go
hungry.
like 17 hours like you did last week with the Lego stream.
Oh my
The
goodness.
Lego stream, the 7.5 hour long fucking stream that we did.
Yeah, that was.
I got up the
was-
next day and saw
that
how
was
long that stream
intense.
was. It was like,
Yeah.
Jesus.
Kill me.
I'm turning into a pumpkin anyway. So thank you for having me back. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, good to see you again.
I know, it was wonderful.
be a
I'll be
stranger.
around. I'm here.
You're always
Don't-
welcome in
don't-
these after parties if you ever see us live.
I
so.
know, but like I also, my husband loves me and likes me on like likes me to hang out with him.
You're not going on the computer. Get over there and get
There you
naked.
go.
I have to be barefoot and make him a sandwich sometimes.
Just before Neil tries to say goodbye for 15 hours, don't forget to invite me again.
I will. I'm going to invite you. Like you're going to be on my show.
Yeah, and now that I have a certain amount of stability in my life, Helen, you can hit me up again.
Now you have stability. It's going to be summer because
That makes me happy that you have stability.
it will
by
be
the way.
summer because I'm booked up till like mid-May, almost the end of May. So I'm busy.
Assuming there's still a country. Yeah.
Assuming it's a cell country, yes, and I can talk freely on the internet. You are free
Yeah.
to come on my show.
I
And
mean,
so
it goes for all of us.
If you would like
You know.
to be a guest on my show, email me at freethinkerfireside@gmail.com. Email, or you can DM me or contact me on Blue Sky. Like just bug me. Okay.
Do it.
Am I able to bug you in Discord?
Oh yeah, you can bug me on Discord. Yeah,
Okay,
just bug
cool.
me.
I'm
Fine.
thinking about it, but
You guys are all my friends. You'll find me.
well, I'm pretty sure we're already friends on Discord. So
Yeah, we're already friends on Discord. Yeah, it's fine. That's where we
We are.
first met.
I'm feeling left out of a Discord group.
I don't even
You want
use
to be
this
part
shit.
of the
I only use
Discord
it when I have
friendly
to.
group that where me and Sabrina don't really DM each other. We just eventually join
well,
together.
that's a me problem. I'm bad at DMing people
No,
in general.
No, to be fair, as I said, I have
fair.
object
To be
permanence
fair.
problems. If you do
I
not
knew
in
it.
front of me, you do not exist. It's like-
Well,
All right, Neil, say
neurodivergence.
goodnight.
I don't know.
You guys done?
What I find troublesome is on Blue Sky, people are using different names than they are on Discord and YouTube and
Yes.
Twitch and whatever.
I use house
Why
bells
let
for all
me use
my.
this?
But I have like 12 friend requests in there, and I have no clue who these people
Yeah,
are.
everyone's name is so wildly different than their other ones. I'm like, oh, who? Let me look through your
Yeah.
shit. Oh,
It took
House
me a
bells
hot
is my
minute to figure out
moniker.
who
That's the one I
Neil
always
was.
use.
I
Just
used
Katie.
my domain name on Blue Sky.
Oh, I found
just
you
so-
easily on Blue Sky.
Yeah, so it's to say I'm on Blue Sky. I'm at wesail.me,
Got it.
and that's my domain name.
I think I'm just house bells. I got
Y'all
lost.
will never
Yeah,
find
I-
me
I-
private
I
from
just
BS.
sent you a message. You are Hell's Bells. Yes.
Yeah, house bells. Yeah, it's my moniker. Just house bells.
All right.
House bells. Which
So-
somebody's like, "You're an AC/DC fan?" I'm like, "No, it's because of my name." Like my friends started calling me that and just stuck. So
All right. So, thank you, Helen, for joining Mikey and I for round 2.
Yep.
Also, thanks to all you guys for jumping in here with us for the after party. Thanks to everyone out in the chat there. Love having you guys there. A lot of fun. Just so you guys know, next week we've got J.R. Eldritch, who's the author of The Misread Bible. He's got a bunch of different books on that. We'll talk about that when he's on. And then on the 26th, we have Elliot, Mr. Secular Rarity, will be joining us for an episode of DSU. Then we'll be doing a Lego stream on
that's
May
his name?
3rd.
Super.
Lego,
That's his name,
Lego.
Elliot.
No, I knew
So-
that.
What are you
That's
building?
Stupid.
I don't know yet. I haven't picked one yet. Lots of great people coming up. Brent Lee will be back. Punk Apostate will be back for a DSU episode. We got Grant Harwell, Rob Palmer, who's also known as the Well-Known Skeptic, and Daniel Solikoff, who's known as Wolfie. Will also be on the show as well. And then I still have lots of spots available in June, so if you'd like to come and share your story, you can hit me up at 604atheist@gmail.com, and we'll get you booked. Until then, if you're digging all the tunes that you guys hear, by the way, all these intro and outro stuff, Both Mikey and my SoundClouds are available in links somewhere under these videos, and you can check it out.
Yep.
It's,
I see Mikey's
pretty good
SoundCloud
stuff.
right over here.
There you go. And so you can check it all out and enjoy. Until then, like I always say at the end of the after parties, like the late great Carl Sagan once said, extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence. And we'll see you guys next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Later.
Bye.